Guys, Deluded Guna. Now, I can't lie. A lot of you can see clearly how much I like Pochettino. I mean, not on the basis that he manages Spurs, and I don't want him to achieve success with Spurs, of course. But how can you not like someone that? I mean, how do I start that can improve young players, that galvanizes players, that galvanizes fans, that's doing his thing, man. That's on the football pitch, like his system is so organized in and out of possession. Spurs are probably the most well-drilled unit collectively in the Premier League, give or take between them and City, in the sense that both sets of players, City and Spurs, they know their job. In relation to this video and Spurs and Pochettino, he can play anybody in his back five and within reason, and there's not really a difference. Like you see how you just know Poch is 30 in it. But some people think I hate him, and I don't really care what some people think. I mean, there's always going to be a small percentage of idiots. I mean, for as much as I rate Poch, it's for that reason I want him to push to win Premier Leagues and stuff. Yes, with Spurs, arguably he's got Spurs are the scariest of they've ever been for a while, and relative to Spurs, he's achieved success. Relative to Spurs, keyword. Let's stay with that. Relative to Spurs, success. Relative success. So yeah, he's doing his thing, man. Especially remember when Spurs signed all them players, and we used to banter Spurs about they wasted that bail money. None of them players are really flopped now. So yeah, man. Like I said, I rate him. How can you not like someone that just from a pure footballing aspect is so intelligent and so like just collectively intelligent, and just he's just a madness. Like he's just a madness. He's built a lovely side as well. And but despite this, why am I not able to ask why he should win the league, and he should win a league, sorry, and should be critiqued accordingly if he doesn't win a league? I mean, he's got last year Spurs didn't lose at home. That shows how much of a force they are, right? They've been the best team slash best team slash second best team in the last 2-3 years, right? Yeah, and they've improved since this is going to be his fourth year, right? So in that period, they've done their thing. Delhi from League One is now returning. What did he get in the Prem? Or so not in the Prem, or all comps, 20 goals. Son back in the same. Kane has been Kane, a player he improved and brought out of the wilderness, is good for 20 plus goals, and that's an understatement because he bagged 30 plus last year, 30 last year or so. So he's doing his thing. He's got one of the best strikers in the league. Collectively, they had one of the best defenses in the league and have done for the last couple of years. They've got a striker, like I said, that is delivering. They've got several good players within that side. Of course, they're not City, they're not United, they're not Chelsea in the funds, and relative success is what I said. And of course, and as well, they've got, in regards to defence, two of the best centre halves in the Premier League in Toby Alderweireld and Jan Vertonghen. So with all of this, why can I not ask the question, if he doesn't win a league? I'm not saying he has to win a league and it's failure if he doesn't win a league, but why shouldn't it be questions asked of him if he doesn't win a league? Because he hasn't won anything yet. One thing. I'm big on legacy. I'm very big on legacy. And because I like Poch, I want him to have a legacy. Not at Spurs, so it doesn't make sense. But I want him to have a legacy. 20 years from now, if football stopped today, what is his legacy? If football stopped today at Spurs, what is his legacy? And in 20 years from now, are people Spurs fans really going to care? I'm not saying you won't care, and pardon my language and use of my language, but are you going to care that you were feared and you finished second and you were unbeaten at home and you had one of the best defensive records? Are you going to care about this, or are you going to care about trophies? Progression. He's making progression, but it's his fourth year at Spurs now. Serious question marks have to be asked in the same way they're asked of Wenger for whatever you think of him. They're asked of Klopp for whatever you think of him. Jose and Pep the same. If Pep doesn't win that league, again, relative success, Poch does his thing, but if Pep don't win that league at City, it's failure. Arsenal the same for whatever reason. All of these other clubs the same. Spurs, it should be the same thing because Poch is a big boy. They've shown, I've just listed all the things they've done. It's not really classed as failure for Spurs, and it really should be. Not in the sense that just because I'm Arsenal I want it to be Spurs, it's because they've got such a good side. Like, it should be. And because Poch is so certy, he even says he's targeting leagues and Champions League to the point, even though I didn't agree with it because he hasn't won the Carling Cup, he wants to target more important competitions. I get it. To try and make the point better, and I was my Spurs friend Hutch, I would love to have him on my show one time. One time soon. We were talking about. I gave him this example, and he said he can agree with it, and I've got it written down. Let's just say Pep Guardiola joined Spurs now. He literally achieves everything Poch has done. Like, I'm talking in regards to working with Danny Rose and Walker, making them sick, the best back line, the defensive record, the finishing second, all of the finishing ahead of Arsenal, Kane doing his thing, all of these things that Spurs have got in it, and these players. Let's just say Pep done it now. Relative success. That's relative to Spurs. That is success based on what we're saying, right? That is relative success. But if this was Pep in this exact situation, what are people going to say? Okay, he's done relative success with Spurs. He's got them the most feared they've been for a while, etc., etc. But what are they going to say? Oh, he hasn't got a league. The big chances he's got a league. He hasn't done this. He hasn't done that. And that's all valid. That's all true. But that's also a man that's done his thing at Munich and done his thing at Barcelona. Again, relative to success, relative to Spurs, what Poch has done is success. So again, to make sure you stay with this, I'm saying Pep is in the same situation. So he would have relative success to Spurs. But these questions in relation to the league, in relation to kicking on, in relation to the champs, all of these things would be said for Pep. So why can't they, despite him winning them cups, so why can't I question such a man that's done them same things in Poch? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it really doesn't. Like, I rate Pochettino. He's going to win trophies eventually. But he really needs to be critiqued. I am a person, I keep it fair. Like, if I rate, the more I rate you, the more I'm harsh on you. Poch has been doing his thing. You're seeing them beat Madrid now. When did the Spurs ever think that was going to happen? They'll beat Madrid at Wembley. Tucked in Madrid. Tucked in what's that? Oh, tucked in Liverpool at Wembley. Yeah, man, they've been doing their thing. Like, Spurs, Spurs have been doing their thing, and it's for that reason, because of this, what Spurs are doing, and these sort of things, is why I'm saying, why if Poch turns around and he doesn't win that league title, I'm not saying it's the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. I just would like, why aren't questions asked? Why didn't you win the league? Why didn't you do this? If everything a man touches is turning to gold, so you get it. Like, it's. I rate Poch, man. I rate Poch. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. But if Spurs stopped running as a football club tomorrow, if Arsenal stopped running as if football stops running as a whole, as a sport, what is his legacy at Spurs? What is it? And that is why I've said it. Let's just say in May football stops. What is his legacy? Like, do you get it? I want Poch to win stuff, not at Spurs. Hopefully you leave this at the end of the year. I know it ain't gonna happen, but yeah. I'm just tired of idiots getting in my comments. Oh, you sound sour. You hate Pochettino. No, just shut the hell up. I like to keep things fair. They're managing big clubs now. They're managing big clubs. If you're any of them top 6 sides, I honestly believe you should be going into that league, regardless of who's bought who and who's got world class. You should be going in there thinking, I can win the league. And if you don't, it's failure. I'm not saying it's the end of the world. You lick your wounds. You think about where you went wrong. But it's failure. And that's what should be happening. Like I said, relative success is fine and dandy, and he's done it. But it's now the next level. Do you get it? Again, I'm not taking shots at Spurs. I'm just taking shots at these idiots that tell me I do not like Pochettino or I'm sour and stuff. Shut the hell up. One love to people that can actually understand the viewpoint and these things. Apologies if you don't get the Pep Guardiola analogy or whatever. But yeah, man. Guys deluded, I'm saying. I'm just tired of these idiots. I'm out. Yeah, man.